Hello. Who are you?
Hello.
What's your name?
I am Swordfang, 2868.
You're Swordfang?
Yes.
Hi, Swordfang. Swordfang,
Hello, hi, Jake.
I don't know if you can see on the wall here. The question I have for you is, what is on your mind?
Oh, boy, that is a loaded question for me. There's
That's
always
okay.
a lot of things on my mind. I
What
like
has
to
been the-
consider my mind almost a living space. Oh, sorry.
What is
I interrupted you.
what is the most persistent thought you have as of late?
I guess art and trying to make things, and I was kind of like piecing, like constantly thinking about the next thing I was going to make and piecing things together. And now that I'm out of that mindset, I'm just kind of exhausted now thinking about how I'm supposed to relax for the next couple days.
Hmm. How do you like to relax after doing a bunch of work?
I guess video games, it's like, it's kind of weird. Whenever I consider trying to relax, it's just me making more things. Or
I can resonate with that a little bit. I have found, like, as of recent, that, like, obviously to a healthy degree, that, like, when I work on stuff, I feel good, you know? Whether it's, like, being at work or working on the podcast or, like, building something in, like, Minecraft, like, some kind of thing. Like, I'm focused on something. I don't know. I like it. I like keeping myself busy. You know? Does that resonate with you? Do you find keeping yourself busy is your way of relaxation?
kind of, yeah. Like, I'm very ADHD. I'm very ADHD and, like, autism at the same time. So, I'm never really a person that likes to sit or be idle. Even when I was a baby, I terrorized my poor mother. She couldn't set me down even for a moment, or I would start crying. I constantly had to be getting entertained, or I was asleep. And even now, as an adult, if I'm just sitting and being idle, my brain's gonna fill that space. I'm just gonna start daydreaming instead. So, as a result, I don't really entirely know what silence is.
It's hard for me to for instance, like a meditation, like that's super hard for people with like ADHD because you just can't like not think. Like I like similar to you, I have like this constant like stream of thoughts. You know, things are constantly flooding in and out of my brain. And like my silence is like a like just like that neutrality of like thoughts cycling through me, you know. What's your life like?
No, yeah.
What's your life like, sort of thing? Like, what do you you know, what do you
Chaotic. I guess, may I ask, what do you mean by what do I do?
Well, no, I want to take that back. I want to keep it kind of brief. I think this question should be wherever your heart goes, wherever your gut goes, you know, when I ask you this question, but it's simply just, what is your life like?
I guess it kind of depends on the moment. I have many sides to my life. If whether I'm at home, at work, at college, it really depends.
What are you in college for?
I'm going to college for biology and also a minor in art.
Cool.
And then, for work, I'm a daycare teacher as of right now. I work seasonally.
Mm-hmm. Where do you wish to be after college?
Oh, I hope to be by the ocean, working under a lead scientist. Just kind of a nice, simple life. I'm just running tasks for someone and above me. I'm working in a field of science I enjoy.
Yeah. When you say by the ocean working for a scientist, do you mean like marine?
Yes.
Studies?
Like, say, if I had my choice of what I would end up doing, and like, I would absolutely love to be someone that has their work end up being featured on Shark Week. Like, I would be the kind of person to go into a shark cage if I could. But I'm also equally happy just measuring the same fish over and over again.
Have you seen those clips of like those people, they like study like deep sea creatures with that little like device? It's got like the 2 laser beams.
Oh yeah.
And then they talk
would
about
love
like
to
all
be-
like that like like crustaceans or whatever they find, and they get like they're always
my
so like observational. You know,
I would love
I
to
could
be
so
in that
see you
little
doing
room
that.
with those other people and just being like, oh, is that something? Oh my word, that's a squid. Or like,
Yeah.
like, oh, what's moving around in there? Like, I would sit in that room for hours and enjoy
That sounds right up your
hanging out
alley.
with those people. Oh, it is. I'd love
Mhm.
it.
Have you ever been to the ocean?
Now, oh, that's the one thing about me. I've only been to the ocean about 4 times,
Mhm.
and I've never actually stepped foot into it. But despite that, I always feel this longing for the sea. It's like something old sailors would say. Like, I feel this tug, as if my heart and soul is being dragged out to the sea.
Yeah. Do you want to like go out on a boat out in the ocean?
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to one day wake up, crawl out of bed, and walk out onto the deck of a boat and look all angles and not be able to see a speck of land from any direction.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So
open
I
waters.
live like 10 minutes from the ocean. And growing
Lucky
up,
bastard.
actually, I have been on a boat miles like 10, 15 miles out in the ocean, and like you just can't see anything. It's really cool. I saw there was one time I saw my dad was probably going like 25 knots, something like that, and we passed by this like gray thing, and I'm like, what is that? And we turn around. I thought it was like a really big piece of trash, and we get up close to it, and it's a sunfish laying on his side.
I love those dopey fish.
If no one knows what a sunfish is, it's like a really like skinny, long, like flat looking thing with 2 like really wide fins. They look really weird.
It's
weird.
the
You'd probably
largest
be able
species
to.
of bony fish.
Really?
Its Hawaiian name is mola mola.
Mola mola.
It's absolutely baffles.
Oh, wait, hold on.
scientists Because it should have gone extinct a long time ago. It's a really useless and dumb fish.
I mean, they look pretty dumb.
They have a brain the size of a walnut.
I feel like that's pretty big for a brain.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like sharks would have like this a brain, I think the size of like if you make 2 fists and put them together.
Sorry, I hit my straw. I have a Diet Coke in my hand, and I hit the straw on my mic, I think. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
So sharks
mean,
have
like,
a brain the size of a fist.
I mean, if you put 2 fists together, about that big. I might be wrong about that, though, so don't quote me on that.
That's okay.
Oh, my hand just turned on. Okay.
Oh,
and-
nice.
Like, the thing about intelligence, though, is it's not really the size of the brain, it's how much gray matter there is. So it's like, even though a whale has an absolutely massive brain, it's almost certain that we're more intelligent than whales because they have a very small ratio of gray matter.
Interesting. So what is gray matter exactly?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I haven't and studied that in a very long time. I think it's kind of like the outer shell of the brain. No, it's not. No, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I couldn't tell you.
That's okay. No, that's all right. That's a whole other tangent of stuff. I don't know anything sort of thing, so you telling me all this stuff is really cool.
I could teach you many things about biology.
I like it. Maine, I'm from Maine, and there's a few like big marine life research places in Maine, all right along the ocean.
I
So
think there's like a something. I think there's something over there. Something about a migratory path of some whales. Like, is that a spot where you can go see gray whales? Or I can't remember what whales.
you do go to
specifically,
see whales, yeah. There are whales that travel through like the Gulf of Maine.
Yeah, that, and I heard it's great for crabbing.
Yeah, lobster. Maine is big for lobster. A lot of lobster. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a fun
I'd love
fact
to
about
visit
lobsters?
Maine, but lobsters. The very end segment of their tail, like the very middle segment of that tail, that's called the tailsin.
Tailsin. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's your
lobsters and crabs are distantly related to spiders. They're both arthropods.
That makes sense. I can see that. Yeah. Oh, okay, wait. So I have a this is a question I had many podcasts ago when I was still figuring out the way I want to do this podcast. I went around and I asked this to a couple people. Why do crabs walk sideways when they can easily walk forward like the rest of us? Because it kind of pisses me off. They feel really. It makes me feel like they're just trying to be really entitled, and it kind of pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know if you have an answer to that. Why do crabs walk sideways instead of forward?
It's because of the way their legs are angled. I think it's faster for them to walk sideways than if they try to walk forwards, because their legs bend out sideways much further than if they tried to bend them like forwards and backwards.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like us trying to walk sideways. Like, our legs just don't bend sideways as far as forwards. Or like
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
An iguana trying to walk on 2 feet. It's like they just don't have as much mobility like that.
That makes sense. I'm still pissed off crabs are entitled to walk sideways instead of forward like the rest of us. But you did clear my conscience about it.
No, yeah, there's a lot of weird things like in biology. Like, say, there's this cord. I can't remember if it's a blood vessel or a nerve, but it's present in most modern reptiles, birds, and mammals, and was even present during the dinosaurs. So it attaches to the heart, loops all the way up, goes over like the tongue or something, then goes all the way back down the neck and back down to the heart. It doesn't look that weird on like a fish because like the head is pretty much right next to the heart, but it's also there on the giraffe. So it's like a really long detour just to go back to pretty much the same place.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a blood vessel that goes...
It's either a blood vessel or a nerve. I can't remember which.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it pretty much just connects directly back to the same place. But it loops around one of the nerves of the tongue for pretty much no reason.
For no reason at all.
Yeah, and it's just something that evolution never took out.
Weird.
And then like there's some where like some animals will actually become more useless on purpose because they think it's sexy. There's a fish called the swordtail that has like an end of its tail that's incredibly elongated, makes it difficult to swim. But the males with the longest tail are picked by the females, even though it makes it harder for them to get away from predators. It's weird.
Does that... Oh, wait, excuse me. Hold on. I'm recovering from a cold, so I have to hack my lungs out every once in a while. Hold on. I'm going to cough really loud.
No, you're fine. Don't worry.
All right, I'm good.
We can fix it in post. Actually,
yeah, exactly.
This is live, isn't it?
This is live. This is live. But
hello, internet.
It's only me watching right now, I think. So.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Hello, Jake.
Hello, future me. When I go back to edit this, does that happen because like they don't have like a crazy dangerous like predator. Like they had time to evolve because nothing really like affected them.
Oh no! They have plenty of predators, like say birds, amphibians, larger
Weird.
fish. Yeah, no, they have lots of reasons to not do that, but they still do it. I mean, to be fair, us humans also do that. Like, say, at one point, did you know it was a fad to be into someone that was fat rather than muscular?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So it's like those people would be at greater risk of heart disease and like other such diseases, and yet we went after them.
Well, yeah, many years ago, like thousands of years ago, it was like, oh, that was seen as somebody who could, like, you know, you were well off, you know, because you weren't starving.
I mean, sure. And like, it does go back to the sword tail, and the reason, like, one idea for the reason that the longest tail is sexy is if you can have a stupidly long tail that slows you down and you're still able to survive, surely you got some other skills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say, in lions, and the sexiest male lion has a really dark mane and also a really long mane. Because a really long mane means that you've been able to take on fights, but it's never been cut. Like, that mane has been able to remain long. I don't know about the darker part, though. I don't know what makes a lion's mane darker other than more melanin or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, lions with lighter colored manes and the really short manes weren't picked as often.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you some deep questions? Some mindful stuff? Because I want to circle back to the very beginning, because you said that your thoughts are like a living thing. What do you mean by that?
No, yeah. Oh, I mean, it's like some people have a mind palace. I'd like to say it's more like a mind multiverse, because there's many different things I made as a young kid, like planets, little paradises for myself, and I've kept it all. So like anytime I take a little trip down memory lane, I can still go visit those places. And then like I like to personify, like, say, my long-term memory as a library, with each memory being a differently colored book. I like to have my brain spaces different, like different parts of my personality I almost like to personify as different people. It's my brain is an entire wild space with many different layers, worlds, dimensions, and it's absolutely insane.
That's a really interesting way to look at your brain. Like your brain is a catalog. Your brain I like the saying that your brain is a library, where like, yeah, you have like rows of volumes of stuff. You have novels of memories, you know.
And I like to personify my flow as thought. Like many people say it like train of thought. I like to personify it as this giant, massive leviathan that's hard to slow down or stop. It just kind of keeps swimming.
Yeah. Like you're just kind of in the soup. You're in the ocean and you're just swimming around.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And then as you encounter things, I mean, yeah. Huh. Okay. I wrote down a question earlier today. Where's my phone?
Ooh.
I wrote down a question. At some point, I want to invite guests to also like interview people. So like for instance, I would have somebody else standing here asking you questions. You know, I eventually want to start doing that. And this is a question I want to ask them, but I want to ask you this.
Okay.
What is your mindset in the everyday process of life?
Oh, that's a good one. Honestly, it's like self-monitoring and also trying to get the things done that I need done.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah.
It's like how do
you self monitor?
Oh, sorry. But as someone with autism, like I'm very sensitive to many different things. So a lot of the things I do every minute, it's kind of like either self-soothing tactics or kind of reframing my mind. And because as some things that might make a day more difficult for other people can almost completely ruin my day. So it's like constantly distracting myself or reframing my mind. Something bad happens, and looking at it through another fashion, and then like entertaining myself every time there's like empty moments. It's very tiresome.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that like the way you look at your brain like as a catalog, right, as many different like realities almost, do you find that helps you monitor yourself?
Kind of. I like to imagine it as like many different fractions of myself kind of interacting every moment of every day, and it's kind of like keeping an eye on each other while at the same time ensuring that I'm always being myself.
How do you when you're on VRChat, how do you like apply that mindset to here when you're dealing with somebody that you don't want to talk to, or somebody that's messing with you? Especially as somebody with autism who like some rage baiter tries to come up and mess with you, right? I think and this might be a difficult question, but it's like how do you deal with rage baiters, being somebody on the spectrum?
Well, it depends slightly upon my mood. Like, say, if I'm in a bit of a snarky mood, I might make it into a bit of fun and kind of go back and forth with them, which might feed into them, but I'm also just kind of enjoying it for myself. If I'm kind of tired and exhausted for the day, I might just default to immediately blocking them. It's just that way I'm not dealing with them. Other times I just ignore it, because sometimes I'm autistic enough that I can't tell when someone's rage baiting. So I just obliviously ignore it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think about this stuff a lot. Like, what is like the best routes I can take as I, meet people in VRChat, or just anyone, I guess, so that I am not like overanalyzing myself and I'm like super anxious, but I'm also not just like throwing myself out on a whim and not thinking about anything I'm saying. I'm like trying to think of that balance. And I think as we live our days and our moments to moments, it's like that fluctuates a lot, like I think like you said, or I guess similar to what you said, it's like it all depends on how I'm feeling. Do I want to put the energy into somebody who's like fucking with me? But I don't know. I feel like 9 times out of 10, even if I'm like in a pissy mood, or I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like get this guy back, 9 times out of 10, I gotta tell myself like, no, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know
Sometimes
anything.
It's hard for me because like my emotions do feel much bigger. So I usually, whenever I'm in like a more upset mood, I usually try to default to blocking, because I know otherwise I might get too heated. And I know myself well enough that it's easier to try to not be mad than to be mad.
I agree. I don't think it's easy to like gain that mindset, but I think it's easier for you in a macro sense to just not engage, with people like that.
It's like I found out, like, not at a very young age, but an alright-ishly young age, that if I'm mad, I'm just gonna keep getting angrier and angrier because, like not being able to express how angry I am makes me feel more angry. So it just becomes an infinite loop of getting more and more angry until something forcibly stops me.
Do you find
that's exhausting and usually ruins my day?
Do you find normally it's hard to like tell somebody if you're upset?
Oh yeah, because if you don't really express your emotions the same way as everyone else, they might find it funny, which might only further upset you. Or if they don't understand how you're feeling and what you need, that can also further upset you.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually just go to kind of separating myself from others until I calm down, then slowly working myself back up into joining other people or calling it a night if I really need to.
Yeah, that's really good, dude. I'm
Thank
happy.
you.
I'm really happy for you that you're able to like figure that out and understand that, especially as somebody like on the spectrum.
It took a lot of trial and error.
Do you find that this is a newer self-discovered thing, or did you get help along the way with this kind of stuff, or?
Oh no, it's zero help. That's the issue with the public education system. They don't know how to properly help people on the spectrum.
Yeah.
My family helped me out as best as they could, but they had a hard time as well because there's not many resources on helping. I mean, there weren't many resources back then on helping people out who are on the spectrum. There's more now. I mean, it'd be nice if there were more, but there's more now at least. But it's like a lot of it had to be self-discovered.
Are there places in VRChat that you can go? Are kind of to help with your autism or to like are specifically for people on the spectrum to like get to meet other people on the spectrum or anything like that? Do you find yourself in VRChat like going to places like that at all?
I used to have places like that here in VRChat, not so much anymore, because as I'm worried about either someone joining me while I'm in an offish mood or being on red and other people wondering why I'm on red.
Yeah.
Because I'm rarely ever on red.
Mm-hmm.
Because like anytime I'm in a mood, I usually prefer other people to not to know I'm in a mood, because then it makes it feel like there aren't people worried about me or people that are like waiting for me to come back out of that mood so I can calm down on my own time or pace.
Do you wish to have an outlet where you can like speak your mind?
It's tough. And I mean, it's like, this is something I've been talking over a therapist over a long time. I've never really been able to find many proper outlets. My emotions are very strong. And like, unless I feel like I'm able to truly express them, it's like the emotions only seem to get stronger. I've tried just about everything. Art, video games, many different things.
So as you alleviate your emotions, you find that the intensity of them just increases.
Yeah, it's easier just kind of like take a moment to myself, do something I enjoy, and just let them kind of sit there until I almost forget I felt them in the first place.
I
mean,
Does that work
it's
for
a
you?
toxic way of doing it. I mean, yes, it works for me, but it's a toxic way of doing it, and I definitely don't recommend it for other people.
I can think of like 30 more toxic ways that are way worse than just I am mad, but if I do something else I won't be mad. I think exhibit A to that is maybe like I don't know, shooting up heroin. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. You know?
I'm very focused on like, if I act out this emotion, is that really going to make me feel better? And most of the time, it's no. It's like, I know that taking out my anger on someone else isn't going to make me feel better. It's going to make me feel worse, as I'm just going to have now, instead of just emotion A, now I also have guilt on top of emotion A. So, I usually prefer to kind of once again separate off, wait until I feel better, and then come back.
Yeah.
And interacting with friends to make myself feel better. And maybe I'm venting to someone else. Or one thing I commonly do is anytime something upsets me, instead of feeling upset, I try to turn it into humor and make a joke out of it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's how I coped with what used to be toxic levels of competitivity. Like anytime I'm playing Cards Against Humanity and I don't have any points, it's like, I'll earn a point one day. I'll get one. Don't worry, one day I'll earn that glorious point.
No, I totally get
instead
that.
Of feeling mad, I'm too busy laughing.
Yeah, because you know the reality here, where it's like, at what point is it not worth getting upset? Despite its severity. Yeah, that's good.
And for me, it's always been like just trying to avoid having a bad day. I'm okay if the day is just neutral, or if it's a day that's like, could have been better.
Here's a thought.
It's like, I know autistically, if I have a bad day, it's just going to eat away at me, and the day's gonna just keep getting worse and worse until it's just over. So it's
I also think a lot. I think a lot about stuff, many different things, and Jesus Christ, I feel like if you go listen to the podcast, you will hear me say so many times to separate your emotion from your logic, and I am a broken fucking record when it comes to that, right? But for me, it's true. Maybe not entirely, but I think, because here's the thing. I'm gonna yap to you for a second. Is that okay? I might go on a big yap here. How do I word all this? As problems approach me, right, as they are in the present, I think I have been in problems and confrontations so many times now that I understand that, all right, I know I'm going to initially have reactions and feelings to things. Everybody does, right? And you might resonate with this. And so as soon as I am hit with an emotion that I feel, especially an uncomfortable one, I in the past, I sort of felt this need of like, how do I dodge all this so I don't actually like show how I'm feeling, right? Whether it's through pettiness or through a joke or I just leave or any of this stuff. When ultimately all I had to do was simply, like, in the sense of an uncomfortable thing somebody says to me, all I have to do in that moment is just say, I'm uncomfortable. That's it. It's not me getting out my emotion about it. I might have internally felt that right there in the moment, but I know right there, instead of being like, well, what the fuck, like, and blowing up or whatever, I can just go, exactly, what the fuck you, like, instead of doing that, I can just go, hold on, I'm uncomfortable,
you absolute beep 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 beep.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ugh, ow. So, like, in this, I feel like this is kind of a universal thing, there's a couple of, I feel like there's a few things that it boils down to, in the sense of like, I know that I can separate my emotion right there. And then as time goes on, especially depending on like the severity of what happens, if something big happens, like a friend group falling out or a breakup or something like that, I can go back and analyze it all a little bit. Try not to hyper. I mean, you will. I feel like you will spiral if you're like trying to figure it out. But like, I go, all right. As I approached things and problems with people and confrontation with people, and I had said things I regret, why did I say them in the first place? You know, why did I act certain ways that I did? And I just try to be honest with myself, you know? I get honest with my feelings, and I almost like talk to myself, and I leave my emotion out of it. I'm trying to think logistically here. It's like, all right, well, I feel like I reacted to this way because of an underlying thing that happened to me at this point, right? And I go, okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna try to remember that or write it down so that I know the next time something like this happens, I can be like, okay, I know this is how I react to this. This is A, B, C of how, you know, how to healthily go about this, you know? Does any of this make sense, what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it totally does.
Okay, cool. Cause I like when I really step away from all this, and I like if I look at all this in a schematical sense, it's like, this is mindfulness. That's what this is. I'm talking.
Hold on, a guy I know just joined. Sorry.
A guy I know just joined. That's all right.
Oh, you know this guy, Philip Shields?
Oh no, I had another guy join. Everyday Digits.
Well, and he might have a question or many for me. Hello, Phil.
Hello, Phil. Hi,
We're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast right now. Oh, hi. Hello. Well, we'll start wrapping it up here.
Okay.
I am a mute. Hey, that's okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap up.
Since when?
Oh,
liar.
Yeah, what's up, podcast? How we doing? It's your boy Philip Shields, your favorite racist pengu. Nice to meet you. I'm not racist, but when I see a guy on the streets, I'm gonna put him down.
Oh, okay.
That's not because that's not because of racism. That's just because
this will make great footage for the gag reel.
Well, Swordfang actually told me. The next time you see an African American in the streets, I said, "Yeah, what?"
No, I didn't. I didn't say any of it. Oh no! What the hell?
Swordfang said, "You know how you like seeing my little fucking microbiomes? Why don't you make your own and just make it over fucking skin sacks of black people's intestines?"
What? No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm
gonna be real with you.
I talk a lot about my microenvironments, but not about
it's all good.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm trying to wrap up this podcast thing with him, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I do mind though.
I'll come talk to you in a moment.
No, I do mind.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. You could wrap.
Do you mind scooting over there?
No, I'll stay here.
Well, I can't do that. It's either you leave or I kick you.
I mean, you could do either or.
All right.
Good boy.
Okay.
Well.
Hey, okay, you know what this was? Honestly, prime example.
Honestly, I feel like I've upset him earlier at some point. I think that's probably my fault. I haven't seen him in a very long time.
Oh, I don't think it was that. I think he was just coming here to screw around, mess with us, you know, being funny. Obviously, I'm trying to do a show, right? And here's the thing, right? This was actually a great example of everything we just talked about. This person came up. They weren't following, you know, our requests and stuff. And obviously, you know, I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to talk to you. And instead of lashing out and being like, what the fuck, like fucking move, and instead of reacting with my emotion, I react with my sense of logic. You know, I stay calm and I just go, you either move or I gotta kick you, man. And he didn't move, and so I kicked him. And there was no emotion tied to that. I just had to do that.
Cause and effect.
Yeah. And now we get to move on.
I will probably have to see. we'll probably have to go talk to him later, though.
That's
I
all
do
right.
feel bad that I haven't seen him in a very long time.
That's all right. Everything that just happened was completely out of your control and all his decision. You know? And he
I guess
didn't
that's
and this is just my outside observation here. He didn't even seem upset. It just seemed like he was trying to fuck with us. And be silly, you know? Because if he was upset with you, well, I don't know this guy. Maybe maybe it was
he would sound the
underlying-
exact same. That's the issue. He keeps a calm demeanor at all times, even when he is upset.
I don't think he was calm. He kind of sounded a little manic. He sounded a little like, oh, excited. Oh, I have to say this. I have to say this. You know.
I guess I wouldn't know.
Emotions
are not my forte.
You know, emotions used to not be my forte, and I feel like I don't know what it is. This year alone, I feel like I can hear, I can underlyingly hear the way people feel a little bit. Not all the time. I'm not trying to say I'm like, oh, I'm an empath, but like,
no, you're fine.
Like,
how would you describe I feel at this moment?
How would I describe you? I think you're well, this is all projection, right? I can only guess, you know. I think you're pretty neutral right now. You might be a little anxious, maybe a little bit. You know?
Yeah, I feel that's pretty accurate.
You're trying to be ready for the next thing to say. But I get that.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't accidentally say something horrible.
Oh, that's okay. There's nothing is
like drop racist joke here now. No, I'm just kidding.
Like that guy that just joined?
No, it's like there's been so many times that I've accidentally said racist things. Like, say, I have this Vietnamese friend, and he said something about yellow, and do you know how I responded, Jake? Without even thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
You would know all about that. Everyone burst out laughing, and it took a moment to realize what I just said.
Oh no!
Or like the one time, I was at this club, for my college, and we were discussing things to. Discussing things we could do for Missing Indigenous Peoples Day. You know what I suggested, Jake? And it still haunts me to this day. A scavenger hunt.
For blind people? Well, you know, that could actually work.
No, I suggested a scavenger hunt for Missing Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, no. Oh! I thought I was reading chat for a sec, so I tuned out for like a split second. So I thought you were talking about blind
you're
people.
Fine. Sorry. No, you're fine. Hi, chat.
Swordfang, do you want to wrap this up? I feel like I'm stealing your time.
This might have gone a little long. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched any of your podcast yet, which I need to.
This has gone for a really long time. I usually only talk for like 20-30 minutes. But when I really like, you know, the conversation I'm having with people, that I just let it go on forever. So, and I like talking to you. I like talking to you, sort of thing. But listen, if you're feeling uncomfortable and you want to move on, then that's totally fine.
Well, I mean, I probably should go see that guy.
Okay.
Then I'll come join you back later. Oh.
Well, hold on one sec. I want to wrap up. I just want to wrap up this for a little bit. Is that all right?
No, yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Is there any like final things that you might want to talk about? Is there anything? I guess to maybe circle back to this. Was there anything on your mind that you think you'd want to talk about before we
go shop at the bricks2868.com? No, I'm just kidding. That's not a real website.
Bricks2868. What?
Drop fake plug-in here. No.
Go play 2048 on your browser. on your default browser.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Swordfang, it was nice talking to you, man.
Nice talking to you too, Jake.
I hope you have a very good, pleasant rest of your night. And I'll see you later.
I hope so too. How about you? Have a good night, Jake.
Thank you, Swordfang.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Hello. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad.
You
are you
are standing? I'm gonna stand. Hold on. Oh, I hit my thing into my thing.
Yeah, I would sit, but this avatar doesn't have go logo.
That's okay.
Oh, you're a fish tank. Sorry.
Oh. If I could describe your avatar for anyone listening to this, you are like you're like the chiseled, like a diorite, like sculpture, but then you have a like old CRT desktop monitor, but inside the monitor it's like a very it's like a square boxy like computer monitor, but then in the computer monitor is like an aquarium with like fish and bubbles and stuff. It's really cool actually. And then if anyone's watching this on video, you can look at him and see him, and then you know what he looks like. Yeah. How are you, man? What's your name?
My name is Absorbent. You can either call me Crispy. Yeah, that was me in the chat.
That was you? Oh shit, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you for being in the chat.
Yeah, I figured I'd give you a follow and all that. Just
Thank you, brother.
because why not?
I'm suffering from a cold. I have to cough really quick. Hold on. Alright, I'm good.
Bless you.
Actually, I'm gonna take a sip of this Gatorade really quick. Hold on. Guys, you like Gatorade? Does anyone here like Gatorade?
Electrolytes.
Hi, Fluff! Guys, I'm gonna take a sip of this Gatorade. Ah, man, that's good. Alright, Absorbent. Absorbent, tonight we're focusing more on dwelling things or just persistent thoughts. So the question I have for you is, what's on your mind? And if you don't have anything, or if you're not comfortable saying anything, then you can just be like, no, I don't want to talk about that, or just be like, nothing. There's nothing on my mind that I wish to share.
Well, currently I can't think of nothing. Well, this drink's pretty good.
What are you drinking?
Well, currently, actually, I used to drink beer, nothing but beer, but it has a lot of calories in it, so I decided just to switch to White Claws for a bit. Because I've been trying to hit the gym.
White Claws
so
have like the same amount of calories as beer. Or are you talking light beer is the same amount of calories as White Claws.
Yeah, like Michelob Ultra, I don't mind those, but I've acquired a taste for White Claws, and usually yeah.
Have you ever heard of Mom Water?
Huh? Mom Water.
Mom Water is a kind of seltzer, but it's not really carbonated. It's like lightly carbonated, maybe, and you do not taste the alcohol in them at all. They're really dangerous actually, because you could chug that shit like water if you really wanted to.
Huh.
Because it's Mom Water. And all the flavors are like different, like mom names. So like Susan is like blueberry, or like Karen is like a peach mango or something. You know, Mary is like strawberry. I don't know. Anyways, Absorbent, what's your life like, dude? You know, how is existing?
Well, I actually just well, it was about a month ago now. I was working for asphalt. I was paving roads and all that type shit. But that was only during the summer, so it was like 6 months. Now I'm currently on a layoff, so I have a very long weekend.
Yeah.
So I've just been laying back, hitting the gym full time, drinking.
Are you getting paid while you're like in the off season?
Oh yeah, I actually just signed up for my EI, my unemployment recently, and it backtracked all the other payments that I should have got. So I got it today, and it was $2,200. So I made that. Oops, that's not bad.
No, all right. Do you like live alone? Do you live with roommates? Do you live with your parents?
I used to live with some roommates, but there were some quarrels that happened between, and I figured me moving out would be the best option for them. Mm-hmm. So I'm currently living at my parents again.
Gotcha.
Mind you, it's saving money.
It is. Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
Oh, I'm 22.
22? Yeah. Fucking yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Stay with your parents, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Even if I don't care how old you are, if you got good parents, and you get in a shitty situation, I don't think there's any shame in moving back with your parents. I mean, unless they're like shitty people. I'm just speaking generally here. I'm not talking about your parents specifically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah,
so
fine with this economy and the day and age. Yeah, so it has to be like that.
Yeah, for sure. So are you still with this like pavement company thing? Like, are you like gonna go back once the season starts again?
I'm debating whether or not I want to go to another job that's also seasonal, because the job that I was at, it took my whole like life away for the summer. Like I was never home. I'd work 10 to 11 days on and then have like 2 to 3 days off.
Mm.
And it was always like out of town. So I traveled for
there wasn't a work-life balance.
Yeah, it was the longest shift I had actually was like 19 and a half hours.
Jesus. It's too much.
Yeah, because it was railroads, and railroads take a lot of work.
Oh my god.
You have to rip them out and put them back in. That took like 6 hours alone, and then the rest paving it took at least 70 tons to do like a little bit of a section before the railroad crossing and a little bit after the railroad crossing.
Hmm.
It took a lot of work.
So you might have just answered this, I'm sorry. So what is this new job you're looking for? What's the next seasonal job that you're looking towards?
It's kind of in the same field. I want it to be road work, but this one, it's going to be less pay, but at least I'll actually be able to have a life. And it's going to be just actually building roads. I could be building bridges. In that same sense, less hours, but less, like I said, less pay, but it's more consistent. Consistency is what I'm after. Like, to be able to come home every day rather than pay for
work your life
rent,
away.
I give my parents rent. Yeah.
Oh wait, you give your parents rent?
Well, I give like money to help pay for the bills and all that, like
gotcha,
$300 a month.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's totally reasonable. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I did the same thing. So when I moved out of my home state and I lived in Colorado for like a year or 8 months, and then I moved back. And when I moved back, my dad was like, "Yep, you're gonna pay $400 a month so you can help with electricity and stuff." And I'm like, "Yep, that's totally fine. That makes a lot of sense, because I'm not 18 and a bum playing Minecraft all day and cranking my Wii-Wah. I'm like actually working." So
fair enough.
Yeah. If you could work and if you just could immediately have like a job, what job would you have?
like my dream job sort of sense.
Sure.
I want to renovate houses, house flipping.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm actually just working. I'm probably going to work one more year in that type of field, maybe go to the mines for another year, and which would be a full year.
Wait,
So I can
you're gonna
save
go to
enough
the
money
mines?
so I can actually afford college. Yeah, you're in for the mines. Not actually. I hate the heat. I really, really do. So underground mining would be the death of me.
We just,
But
yeah. I
If
mean,
it comes
yeah.
to the money, oh,
Sorry, excuse me.
all
I'm
good.
still a
All
little
good.
sick. If I've sounded off this whole time, it's because I'm a little sick still. I'm that fucking cool. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, dude. I feel like being in like even just like a pit, like in a fucking pit, or like in the actual mine shafts. Yeah, it's gotta be hot. Gotta suck. I bet it pays
I wouldn't
pretty good.
honestly mind being in an open pit either. It's less pay because it's less dangerous, but it's still being paid more than what I would be playing with fucking black tar.
Yeah. I have an idea for you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
How fucking dare you? No, you're fine. You're fine. I literally just said crank my wee-wah. I feel like you're okay to swear.
I suppose you got a point.
I have a thing that might resonate with you. All right, and I wish I kind of took this path when I was like, I mean, I'm only 2 years older than you. I'm 24, but I wish I kind of started this mentality a little like in my younger years. What if you applied and looked around for house flipping jobs as an apprentice with some guy, even if he's a bullshit dude or whatever, and you can work your 40 hours and get your weekends off, keep your work-life balance, and as you get a little older and you learn things, as you start to like reach your mid to late 20s or however you want to do this, you then go, all right, we're gonna dive in and make this a career, and you either start your own business or you find a more professional thing in house flipping. That way, right now, you start right now, you get your foot in the door, quite fucking literally, and no pun intended. You get your foot in the door and like you start flipping houses.
Yeah, like actually, it's the funny thing. I used to work at a apartment building doing maintenance work. So like I'd redo the flooring whenever old tenants moved out and we're waiting for new tenants to come in. I'd do the flooring, drywall, plumbing, etc., etc. So I know a little bit about everything. But my brother actually wants me to, or suggested that I go for electrician, which I wouldn't mind because he's already a licensed plumber. And if I went for electrician, we could start our own business.
Yeah.
As brothers.
You could like fully rewire rooms and like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah.
You don't necessarily need college for building houses. It's mainly more like on-site work. So I might go for something
absolutely.
in that regards. Yada, yada, yada.
Yep. Trade work is learned with your hands. And
yeah,
like the academia with trade work only goes so far. You have to fucking do it. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah,
I've always been kinesthetic when it comes to learning. I can't learn from visual, or I can. Yeah, I'm visual and kinesthetic.
Yeah, I have to like watch somebody do something and imitate it. I can't like read something out. I mean, I can kind of do that, but it's like the way I excel is I have to watch. Difficult. Yeah, it has to be engaging. Yeah. What can I ask you? Why do you think, this is really random, and this is just gonna be my second to last question for you, dude? Why do you think crabs walk sideways when they can easily walk straight like the rest of us, and they're like really entitled fuckheads. Like, why can't they just walk straight?
I like to think of it as a defense mechanism. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just spouting shit out of my head. But
A defense mechanism.
I like to think of it as that. Or maybe their legs don't bend that way? I don't know. I've seen SpongeBob. I've been a big SpongeBob fan for the longest time, so I don't understand how crabs can walk straight.
This is what I'm talking about. It's like Mr. Krabs can walk straight just fine. But then you see some fucking crab in like a tide pool on the beach, and he's like, he's walking sideways, and you're like, fuck you. Like, if you're trying to run away from me, run away from me. Stop staring at me.
Which is kind of really ironic because rest in peace, Steven Hillenberg, the creator of SpongeBob.
Yes, rest in peace.
He was a marine biologist.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was a marine biologist. That's why he thought of the idea to make SpongeBob. So, well, that's coming from the guy who made a show where they can have fires underwater and have beaches underwater. But that's besides the point.
We're underwater. How can there be a... And then the fire goes out.
Lagoon.
Does he? How is it? Okay, that's the other thing. How is there a lagoon? How is there a beach of water already in the ocean?
I like
because it's not water.
It's oil.
Okay, all right, yeah. It's got to be denser than water because it's not water. It's another liquid.
Since in like Bikini Bottom, it takes place from the Bikini Atoll, which I believe was a nuclear test ground for certain militaries. I don't know. I could be very wrong with that, but I believe that's what I've heard.
Yeah, no, yeah, the Bikini Atoll was, that was like the nuclear test place. Yeah. Yep. Absorbent. Is there
what's up?
Is there any final words you'd like to say before we wrap up our discussion?
Keep on thriving. Keep on having fun. Live your life to the fullest. And take a drink.
Cheers. I'm gonna drink my Gatorade again. Hold on. All right, it was nice talking to you, brother. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
You as well.
Thank you.
Sayonara.
How you doing, brother?
I don't remember you.
I don't remember you, but that's okay.
I've had you added for like fucking years, and I have no clue who you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's figure this out. Moon Centennial. I also don't know who that is. Let me see. Big. We are mutually friends with Big Meaty Duck Boy. All right.
Yeah, I don't know who those people are either. No idea how I know you. I know I've known you longer than you had a podcast.
Yeah. I started this podcast back in April. So yeah, this is a new thing.
Alright, yeah. Like I feel like I would have remembered if I knew someone with a podcast.
This is how I treat people I don't know that I'm friends with in VRChat. Is like we obviously friended each other because we were vibing. You know?
At what point?
At what point? At some point in time, we were vibing, and you know, now we have a great chance to just restart that. You know?
Indeed, bro. This whole like adding, bro. They fucked us, man. Being able to show mutuals now. That shit's gonna ruin some friendships. I swear. No, I like it too, but I know that shit's gonna ruin friendships.
What makes you say that?
Because it's VRChat and people suck.
I have a whole philosophy in this. Do you want to come talk about this on the podcast?
Sure, I guess.
Get on up here.
Let me change my Abby so I'm not an agent.
You'll probably be my last discussion. Because I have
Master-
thoughts about that.
Master Chief.
Yeah, that works.
Chief.
Almost. Almost. Hey, you want to scoot in a little bit? So we're framed with the sticker. You're also like right outside my earmuff mode. All right. You're
Oh,
good.
another Asian midget.
I have thoughts on this. I have thoughts on making friends anywhere, not just VRChat. Because, like, what you're saying, I'm like, this is going to destroy friendships. Is knowing mutual friends.
I'm not saying it's going to destroy friendships.
It could.
There's, like, being on here as long as I have, it's probably going to happen. Like, let me give you a scenario, right? So, as this game goes, drama happens. Right? Like, 3 or 4 friends, drama happens. They want them to remove one person. Like, they're kicking one person out of the group. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says they unadd him. And then 2 people say they unadd him, but they didn't. They keep it a secret. Both of them think the other unadded him. Then they add the mutual friends feature, and they see that they both have them added. And then somebody says something, and it starts shit.
So your scenario, this scenario you have is one friend, like in a friend group. So there's a friend that doesn't like somebody, and they ask their friends to unfriend them and not be around them. And the other friends go, okay, but then they secretly don't friend this person. Are they still hanging out with this person, or are they just in their friends list still?
Like, no, if there's like 2 people that are still hanging out with it, but nobody knows, not even those 2.
So I think there's a couple faults on both sides there. I think trying to tell other people to unfriend somebody that you specifically don't like is in a very like in a very direct term is controlling, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's justifiable. I think it's justifiable to be like, hey, I'm uncomfortable with this person that's in our friend circle. I think it's okay to bring that up, but it's not ultimately up for you to decide, you know, who your friends can be friends with.
Like,
and then on the other side of that is your friends are now lying to you in saying that they're going to do something and then not take action upon that, you know. So they're dishonoring the trust that this person has within you. So I think there is no ultimate like fault here. It's just people in a friend group who need to do better emotionally communicating, you know.
Right, I agree. It ties into a broader issue of, and I agree with this 100%. Like, I'd be saying shit on here that I wouldn't say to someone's face in person, because it's online. No, it's not your face, it's not you, it's the, you know, fucking...
Yeah, what's up, Jake?
I can't speak words, but...
Hi, Grace, I'm doing my podcast thing right now.
You know, people can hide behind... People hide behind the game, fucking say, do, whatever. So, shit like that, you know, there's no really accountability. Unless you're chronically online, and... this game is real life, too. You know? Like,
so there's...
making friends and everything, yeah, but there
is a... oh, sorry.
In this game.
There are.
Like, I have friends on here. I come on here a decent amount. I used to be on here, but I've tuned it back because I've gotten busy and really. But there are people who are unemployed and spend all their time on here. This is their life. It's, you know what I mean?
There has to be a healthy balance with everything. Everything you do in your life is like there's a balance, and so you know if you're spending all your time in VRChat, there might be some people who can still hold a healthy life and be on here chronically, but You know, you gotta have a really good mindset already, and that doesn't come from being in VRChat 24/7. You know.
No, this game causes people to have certain mental issues.
But the ultimate thing here,
them.
I think, on what you're addressing, is people are on here because the social consequences of being abrasive or trolling or anything like this is, there is no accountability for what you do. You can get away with saying stupid shit, and that's the way it goes right now, you know. And it, like, oh well, you know. I think
I mean, they can block you, they can mute you, ban you from the instance, but it doesn't affect anything.
It is a social filtration that you have control. You as in anyone, you have control over the filtration of people that you really want to hang out with. So if you don't want trollers and rage baiters and stuff, you gotta be like, all right, like, this is my boundary. This is the kind of person I don't resonate with. Or you go, yeah, that person's funny as fuck. He doesn't give a fuck, you know. And both sides are equally as valid. Both sides are fine, you know, because people get to choose how they want to be online.
Yeah, there's certain crowds which, I mean, like everyone, there's certain crowds that I like to avoid. But
sure, yeah,
again, with
that's a filtration.
Hiding behind
that's a boundary.
Hiding behind the game, it is entertaining to go into those groups of people and, you know, be a problem.
Yeah, because you're stirring up stuff. You're getting reactions. You know,
exactly.
It's funny to get a rise out of people.
Way too seriously, dude. Some people take it way too seriously.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this stuff a lot. Can you tell?
Oh, I can tell.
The people. So
I'm in a group right now. Of like, people that I hang around. Will my name be shown?
Your name is not. I've said your name. Do you not want me to say your name?
No, it's fine. I don't care. They can see this. If they,
I am live on Twitch.
They're chronically online, but they're on here. Oh no, they're on VRChat like they always are.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm in a group of individuals who are, some of them are worse than others. Some of them get on here every night. Some of them once a week. Some not even that much, right? And then there's some people in that group, one in particular, who doesn't have a job. They mooch off their family. Like, they complain about being broke, but they don't go out of their way to get a job or anything. They spend all their time on this game and complain about how this game affects them, and then they come back here. They don't play anything else. They play, like, other games occasionally, but, like, some of the people in that group, they'll be like, oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna go get on desktop and play Murder 4. I'm like, bro, there's other things to do.
Well, I mean, let's dive into why somebody would be that way. Let's separate our minds from this. You know, why would somebody consistently want to be in VRChat, like, despite, you know, the frustration they have with people, or despite the frustration they have with, you know, the social platform and the kind of people that play this game, regardless of them.
But
you know?
I believe in their case, it's like a situation of they don't have a need to have money. They get, like, you know, nepotism. They get everything handed to them.
Mm-hmm.
So they spend all their time on it. They do nothing else. They just mooch off their family and rot on this game.
Yeah.
And it's, like, I thought, when in that group, I've met some good people in that group, but others, like, I was cool with them at first, and now it's kind of like, how do I put this? Kind of turned away from being around them.
They were...
Because of that.
This is going to sound mean. They were insufferable.
Yeah. Like, they're...
Well, here's the thing.
Chronically onlineness is
this
kind
is
of abrasive.
There's a phrase I like, I think it ties in with when I'm meeting people and I'm starting to realize that like there are like people crossing boundaries with me, or just characteristics of people that I don't like. There's a saying by a comedian. His name is Louis C.K. I don't know if you've heard of him, and he says, he says, misery is wasted on the miserable. And when these people are online and they have nothing to do, they are like just stuck in a spiral. They have found like this unhealthy complacency with VRChat because they're in this constant like stimulation, you know, of escapism. You know, they have found this like comfort, whether it's subconscious or not. They have found comfort and validation in this game to the point where they're like, anything else sucks. You know, because anything else is, you lose your like sense of realism, you know, in like the necessity of life. Because if you're handed things,
to the point where this is the only dopamine that they're able to
kinda, yeah. And I'm not saying it's okay, but I can understand why people fall into that hole, because they have a sense of complacency. If they are not reliant on themselves to work or do stuff, like ultimately it's really hard to like want to work, you know, and it's really hard to like put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And that's a big fueling factor to why people get rage baited, and why you see these like crazy like outlandish clips of people saying they have like an allergy to emoji tomatoes getting thrown at them. And part of it is because they go, oh, I'm gonna be, all right, there's a couple layers to that, and I'm sorry, I know I'm yapping here. No, not Jerry's. Oh my god. Well, and so why would somebody? This is the ultimate question on that, and I know this is a whole other tangent. Why would somebody have allergies to something that isn't real? And I think it boils down to like everything I kind of just said. You've buried yourself in. You have lost your sense of realism a little bit.
Yeah, you're living a lie.
And you are fueling your identity based off of the emotions and people around you. And so,
as well as it doesn't help when other people reinforce that. And
I think there's a bit of like a subconscious like underlying tone here of what are characteristics about me that can be different. And I think some people who are deeply embellished in this game go, oh, if I say I have like an allergy on here, then that like makes me a little bit different than other people, you know. And I think there's a bit of like a subconscious like take when people fall into that, you know. Or I don't know, VRChat, sure, yeah. How do I build this characteristic in me that's not exactly like true or just complete bullshit, and or you know, something like that, so that I seem unique to other people, you know. Yeah. And people do that all the time. I like that you're switching avatars all throughout this. I don't know, man. I think just people fall into delusion and subconsciousness. And when I take a step back and I kind of start to understand, you know, the spiraling downwards into this kind of delusion, I'm like, this makes sense why people are reacting the way they are. It doesn't mean it's right. It just means they're hurt. You know, it means they're lost. It means they're mentally unbalanced. They might be physically unbalanced. Their life is unbalanced, and it's apparent. It's there. It's laid out on the table with any rage bait clip you see. You're like, these people are living shitty lives and they're not helping themselves. And that's ultimately the point I get when I speak the phrase "misery is wasted on the miserable." You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, sorry. I know I yapped there for a good bit.
No, you're good, dude. I feel like more of them should, like, you know, take the headset off, fucking make some coffee. I don't know, read a book. Like,
they're not gonna do that.
Get an audiobook, bro. It's not. Like, I used to be chronically online. I used to be on this game.
I did too.
Fucking much.
Yeah, me too.
I have 6,692 hours on this game.
I'm about to hit 3,000 hours. So yeah, no, I get it.
I got double that, man. Like, I've been on here. But, you know, I'm not on here all that much. I get on here maybe, if I get on, I'll get on for like an hour or two. Talk to some people I actually enjoy talking to. Pop off, go to bed because I got work in the morning.
Yep.
But like, I haven't been on here that much, and honestly, that group's kind of been giving me some shit. Like, I said some of my friends give me shit. They're like, "Hey, where are you?" I'm like, "Bro, I started this audiobook.
I'm living.
That's like good as fuck." Yeah.
I
started this audiobook that's good as fuck. This shit pulled me to fucking 20 hours. I'm busy.
So if your friends are like, if your online friends, and this goes for anyone, if your online friends are getting pissed off at you for not being online as much,
they ain't getting pissed off. They're like, where you at?
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Yeah, they
gotcha.
mad.
They're just like, oh, where are you? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like, I got better things to do. Fucking.
I've had friend groups that were kind of like that, where they were like, pissed off because I like wasn't around.
Oh yeah, I've had people get pissed off at me because I don't show up. Like, I mean, and to their credit, sometimes I would make plans and then just not show up because I got things to do. I got work in the morning. I can't be on tonight. I changed my mind. Sorry. Not sorry. But
it's not like you're leaving them at an airport. It's not like you said you're gonna go out to a restaurant and eat, and then only like you just left them. You know.
Exactly. Like, dog, it's a VRChat. Go to a drink and not get hammered. You won't even remember that I was supposed to get on. Like,
it's disappointing. I think it's disappointing when like things fall out. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I still believe in the term of like your word is kind of your bond. But there's a loose term to that. Like if I'm gonna tell somebody like, hey, like this happened just recently. I was like, hey, I'll watch this movie with you, and they're like, awesome, cool. And then I think we were gonna get ready to watch this movie, and then I was like, I'm way too tired. I can't stay up. I can't do this. And I can tell they were disappointed. I was like, I'm really sorry. Like, I'll make it up to you. We'll find a time. And then like 3 weeks went by. And they asked me like 4 or 5 times. They're like, hey, can we watch this movie now? And I'm like, fuck, dude, I know, I have to. But I think as long as, you know, when your truth, you know, your truth requires proof. So when you say, yes, I'm going to watch this movie with you, just give me some time, you got to be honest with that. And we did. We ended up, I think this past Sunday, you know, we watched the movie because I was like, I have to make this up, you know. So I think like, yeah, if stuff falls out, yeah, that sucks. You're disappointed, but make it up, you know. Make it known that like you care. You as in anyone, like you care to like, you know, you care about them. You're not just leaving them at the wayside honestly, when it's convenient.
Like certain people, I don't feel guilty. Like, I'll like make plans with them and then I bail, and like I don't feel guilty or none because like I know they do the same shit.
Yeah.
But like some people, like it's kind of because I'm the type to do that, you know, type to do an Irish goodbye, right? If I Irish goodbye when I'm hanging out with that person, then I'll bail on them and not feel like shit, you know. I'll be chilling. But if I actually feel
are you saying you typically Irish exit and like you feel bad about it?
Yeah. No, I don't feel bad about it.
Oh, okay.
But like, if it's someone that I feel inclined to say bye to, I'm not gonna like just bail on plans. I'm gonna like let them know, like, hey, like I can't make it. But
Yeah,
other people,
yeah.
I just be not telling them. Just don't show up.
Yeah, I mean, and it's good, and this is when like clear communication keys in. When you like tell your friends, "Hey, by the way," like as friends get to know you, you just go, "Hey, by the way, like I just leave sometimes. Like I just leave. I don't really say goodbye.
Yeah.
I just Irish exit. If you don't like that, I'm sorry." That's
We'd
just
be having a
that's
conversation. You turn around to say hi to someone, and you turn back, I'm gone.
yeah, cause yeah, and that's I mean
Yeah.
yeah. Loose, but I mean, if that's somebody you care about, then yeah, you wouldn't want to do that to them. But if it's like some homie, like if I started talking to Jerix here all of a sudden, then you'd be like, all right, peace. You know? Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean,
that's okay.
That's kind of like how I was raised, though. Like, my parents did that, so that's kind of habit.
Is it a habit, or is it something you have chosen to be okay with?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. It's something I had to ask my therapist about.
That is kind of a deep question.
Yeah, like I mean, I've been doing Irish goodbye since I was a kid because my parents do that or did that.
I used to Irish goodbye a lot, and now it's like I don't know. I find that like I started to just like feel like shit. Not because of the Irish goodbye, but because I felt like it's like getting through like a show, and then right before the end you just stop watching, and then you like start the next episode. Like you don't see the ending. Yeah. You never like fully closed that thing. I don't know if that makes sense. So like I know what you mean. I don't know, if I meet somebody here, I try to make it an effort to be like, oh, it's nice to meet you, like I'm leaving or whatever. I make my rounds. I tell people when I get off, especially if I'm at a drinking night and I get really drunk, I'm like, I'm gonna go make my rounds and say goodbye, and then I'm here for another 30 minutes saying goodbye.
Dog, if I get drunk in a drinking night, I'll be like, I'll hit a point where I just like I can't stand no more. I don't even say bye to no one. I just disappear.
Yep, and I've done that too, dude.
Like, bro, what happened to you? Like, dog, I died.
yeah, no, I get the same fucking thing.
I couldn't anymore. I had to go.
That's funny. Yep, no, that happens. It happens. Yeah, nope, I totally get it. Hey, brother, is there
like 20 takes.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Anything we haven't covered? Was there anything on your mind that you wanted to talk about?
You ever died?
Have I ever died?
Yeah, you ever been resuscitated?
I've never been resuscitated, no. Have you?
Don't do it. It ain't. I mean, it's worth it. But there.
What?
Getting resuscitated, they ain't tell you, but they gonna break your ribs.
Have you been resuscitated?
I've been resuscitated twice.
Holy
they don't
shit.
tell you they're gonna break your ribs.
Well, no, they don't. But if they're doing chest compressions on you, your ribs are probably your ribs are gonna break
at least too. That shit sucks, dude. Breathing sucks with broken ribs.
I can only imagine. Why did you need to be resuscitated?
The first time was funny, kind of. Funny after the fact. I OD'd on caffeine.
Oh my god.
OD'd on caffeine and, like, heart stopped.
How much caffeine did you have?
It was caffeine extract, like caffeine powder.
Do you have, like, a guess?
No. Enough to put myself through cardiac arrest.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I want to Google that really quick. How much caffeine does it take to OD?
I think it's over 2,000 milligrams or 2 grams.
I was gonna guess that.
Because I've had
1 gram of caffeine in my skin.
Yeah.
Vibrating.
I've had like 1,300 milligrams of caffeine. I've fucking quad script pre-workout and that was fine. But
Yeah. After 1,000 milligrams, 1 gram.
After 1,000, it gets kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My skin itchy. Bro's teleporting over
Let
there.
me see. There is no direct answer. I don't think there is.
I mean, it really depends because some people have like a little
Yeah.
cart and like they'll do like I don't know 600 milligrams, 900 milligrams, and that's it.
Yeah. Like, I can do, like, 600 in a day, no problem. Like, that'll get me through work. But, I feel kind of sketched out going over, like, 700 in a day.
That's
kinda
wild.
sketchy.
The most amount of caffeine I've ever had was probably not in one sitting, but throughout the day, like 400 milligrams.
Yeah, that's it.
And I will have one white Monster Ultra every day, give or take, and that's it.
Beautiful. The best.
Because coffee takes too long, and if I actually gave myself the time, I'd be drinking coffee. But I don't give myself the time, so I drink.
If I want coffee, I'm gonna get one of the coffee monsters.
You gotta
the Monster Java.
drink them every day. That's how I got a kidney stone.
Dude, I want to feel what it's like to give birth a little bit. So.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
It's like a catheter, but worse.
That's a joke, by the guys. That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah, it's like having a catheter, but worse.
Owie.
It's like it's an inflated catheter pulling that out.
Ow. Owie. So that was the first time you got resuscitated. What was the second time, if that's alright asking?
I went through a windshield at 40.
You went through a windshield at 40.
Yeah.
At 40 miles an hour.
I was on a motorcycle. I went head on with a car. We was both doing 40.
Oh, fuck. And like you went into his car?
Yeah, I went head on with him through his windshield.
Holy fuck. Did you hit him?
But nah, he was fine. I didn't go, like, I broke the windshield. I shattered the windshield, but I didn't go fully through it.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
so
that one I went out, was it? I don't know the technical word. I went out, I died technically from blood loss. So they had to give me a blood transfusion.
What were your injuries?
Resuscitate me. I had a dual open book fracture in my pelvis, which caused the internal bleeding. I broke my ankle. I had again, don't know the technical term, but I broke both bones in my right arm. One of them was like fucking powder. And I broke my spine.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's a wild. I'm glad you're alright. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, everything works good.
How do you feel?
I got damage still, but
how do you feel after dying almost twice?
I feel like I got $1 million worth of metal in my body.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Mentally, you know, looking back on all this, like what goes through your head?
Not much. I learned my lesson in no more motorcycles for a while. But honestly, it's like it didn't really affect me too much. Like, I'm not really. It sounds cheesy, it sounds corny, but I'm not really too scared of dying anymore. It's kind of like, I avoid it, obviously. I'm not gonna welcome it with open arms.
Right.
But I know it's gonna happen eventually. It's happened twice already, and I just got lucky. So, it's not like I embrace it or welcome it, but I've kind of come to peace with the fact that it's gonna happen at some point.
Yes.
Hopefully not for a long time, but I'm not scared of it anymore, you know?
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. So it's honestly, it's kind of peaceful.
Yeah, there's acceptance there.
Yeah, I'm gonna worry about putting myself in a sketchy ass situation because I'm like, fuck it.
When you were unconscious,
today's the day.
When you were unconscious both times, was there anything happening, or was it just like lights out?
It was just lights out.
Yeah.
That as far as I remember, it was just.
Done.
So with the motorcycle accident, I woke up. I was on the ground. I was going towards the car. Shit went black. I woke up on the ground with a paramedic in my face. A scary ass paramedic. Dude was blonde with blue, like fucking pale ass white dude. White as fuck. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Thought I died. I looked like an angel. Yeah. I swear to God, bro. Dog was some pale ass white dude, blonde hair, blue eyes. Thought I died. But then I was out again.
What's that?
He looked like he was selectively bred by a failure in art school. But
well, hey,
I woke up in a so like the way that I describe it to people is like when I zeroed, I was in the ambulance and like the way I describe it was I was on the bed in the ambulance, paramedic was on my left, and then he was on my right. Like, no in between, no black, just he was here, then he was here.
You jumped. There's a time jump.
Yeah. Huh? I lose. We got ambulances here. The hospital I went to was college. The hospital I went to was a college campus. They had the nice ambulances. I don't know what they were, but them bitch are big. Probably. But shit was nice in there from what I remember. Ain't much.
There should be phantom EMT paramedics for when
phantom paramedics
for when people get their phantom allergic reactions with tomatoes being thrown in their face.
Yeah, let me go.
Phantom EpiPen. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what do I call you?
You just call me Solo. It's
Solo.
It's right there.
Solo. Yeah. It was nice talking to you, brother.
Oh.
Thank you for coming up and chatting with me.
Yeah, I still don't remember who you are though.
I have gotten to know you more than I probably ever have. So.
Touché.
Yeah,
I probably
dude.
met you whilst I was drunk or high. So.
Same here probably. Well, hey, you know, don't be a stranger if you want to hang out. You know, shoot the shit anytime, dude.
Yeah, I see you on pretty often.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, thank you for stopping by, and
so they can enjoy the rest of their night.
Is there any is there any final words you'd like to say to anyone who might listen to this before we wrap up our discussion?
Nah, just a pack of Newports.
Pack of Newports, motherfucking Newports.
Very
nice, beautiful.
Fucking Newports.
Solo, you have a good night, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Indeed, I'll be here.
Sounds good. All right, that's gonna do it for this episode of Practically a Podcast. I do podcast nights every night at that fucked me up. I do podcast nights every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me on all. If you're listening to this on YouTube, you can find me on any podcast platform: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, fucking I don't even know, TalkTunes, iHeart Podcasts, any of that stuff. Apple, Amazon Music, I don't know. Fucking, I don't know. You can find me on YouTube at Jakephobia Guy. You can find me on TikTok at Jakephobia Guy. And you can find me on Instagram at Jakephobia. And if you want to email me for some reason, my email is jakephobiaguy@gmail.com. If you want to send me a picture. Also, cheese. I will say cheese on hot dogs is pretty good. What else? This was rad. Okay, bye.